Big News Morgan is one of the Gorosei. In fact, I think I know which one. Venus. And I even think I know which one of the faces it's attached to. But we're not going to get into all of that. Usually I give this long, detailed theory analysis with all my research and whatever. Not this time. And I'll tell you why I'm doing things differently. But let's just get right to it. Why do I think Big News Morgan's is Venus? Well, the first thing, it ends up being two things, is his name. So Morgan's, we're not going to tackle that just yet. Let's focus on his epithet, Big News. Why does that matter? Well, Big News actually sounds like Venus. I know that sounds ridiculous at first, but just bear with me. First of all, if you were to Romanize the name of Venus in Japanese, it would in fact sound like Big News. Yes, there is a Japanese word for Venus, which is kinboshi. It means gold star or gold planet, gold celestial, whatever. It's just a gold sphere, right? That's not the same thing as Venus, the literal phonetic Venus. However, a lot of English or Roman words, Latinized words, do exist in the Japanese language. Like, for example, the word for snake is hebi, but Luffy has gear forth Snake Guman. He doesn't say heavy man, he says Snake Guman. So there's a lot of words that sound English, but within a Japanese twist to it, basically. As simple as I can say it.
Venus, Venus,
Venus,
Venus, Venus, Big News, Big News, Big News.
So when you put Venus in that sense, it becomes Venus, starting with a B, not a V. Venus, business, big news, business. The second thing that is a part of the first point of the B, starting with a B, is the fact that in Spanish, it would be business.
Venus, 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 Venus.
The Spanish matters because the one Gorosei that we do know his name is J. Garcia, and J. Garcia is a Spanish sounding name. So there must be some Spanish going on within the Gorosei. I don't think that's the only language going on, and that's to my second point. The other thing attached to Big News Morgan's is his company, the World Economic News. Well, we've seen on his blimp, it's sort of shortened to WE News. So if you know anything about German and Germanic languages, W's sound like V. So if you were to put the WE News together, it's We News. But if you change the W to a V, it is then V News. Again, it may seem like a weird coincidence, but Big News sounds like Venus. We News sounds like Venus when you attach other languages to it. Then let's factor in his actual name, which is Morgan's. What does Morgan mean? Well, we're going to look into the German language again. Morgan actually means morning. Why does this matter? Because Venus is referred to as the morning star, because it's one of the planets closest to Earth. And sometimes it can come in the morning, so it's like a morning star. And we know that the Goroseis have both the planet and star attached to them. That's Sei. Gorosei. Sei can mean planet and star. So all the more reason why his name meaning morning would be relevant to him being Venus. So that's all the real basic reasons for why I think Venus is Morgan's. Do I have more evidence? Yes. Do I want to get into it in this video? No. I just wanted to put together a quick video of just my prediction. It's like hard to even call this a theory, although I do have some evidence. It's more of a prediction. I think that Venus is going to be the one Gorosei with the, big beard and mustache. So that'll be Venus, that'll be Morgan's. And you might wonder, how is it that Morgan's and the Gorosei member can be in two different places at once? Well, I mean, if he has godly power, like we think the ancient weapons should be, well then it's not too much of a stretch to think one of his godly powers could be a clone or something of that nature that allows him to be in two places at once. And once you factor in that Big News Morgan could be a high up member in the hierarchy of the world order, really, not just the Marines or the government, just like the whole world, because the world nobles, especially the Gorosei, rule the entire world. It then makes sense why Big News Morgan gets away with so much. Why can he promote things in his newspapers that goes against the Gorosei's wishes? Well, if he is a high-ranking enough member, then obviously there's going to be conflict, only certain things. Now, do I think the Gorosei know for a fact that Big News Morgan's is a member? I don't know. Maybe one knows, maybe two knows, maybe not the whole thing. In fact, maybe one of the Goroseis is a traitor. Maybe one of them is working to take down Emu. All these things I'll go into in a future video. I just want to present to you why I think Morgan's is Venus. If that's all you wanted to hear, well, you can go. I'll explain a little bit more about why I even made this kind of video. Because anybody who's familiar with my channel knows that I try to really go out of my way to present things with all the evidence and all that stuff. And it takes a lot of work to do that. It's not like I just get in front of a camera or a microphone, just talk and then upload the video with like a few slideshows or whatever. I don't do that. I put a lot of editing and effort into my videos. So it takes a long time for me to make them. And in fact, I haven't made a video in a while because I'm cooking up. I'm always theorizing. I'm always thinking, even if I'm not making videos. In fact, you guys only get about 10% of the stuff I actually think about. There's so much more that I think about that I don't release. I mean, one of the reasons I don't release things just sporadically is because I want to have, one, good presentation, and two, I don't want people taking my theories. Because one, obviously I would want credit for my own ideas, but two, I don't want people to start releasing things that are originally my idea, regardless if they give credit or not, and then not deliver it in the way that I intended to. And the reason I say this is because sometimes I might have a 4-part series in my head, but I only release one part. So if someone goes and just takes my theory based off one part and thinks that they got it all figured out, and maybe other people see it and they think they have it all figured out, they might look at my sequels, part 2, 3, and 4, and think, well, I don't got to check out that video. I already got it all figured out because I seen this other guy. Things like that. I just want to be able to have the time and liberty and space to really get my ideas fleshed out there. And really, I don't mind someone wanting to use my own theories for their work, their video or Reddit post or whatever. In fact, if you just reach out to me, I'm so more than willing to work with anybody. If you just reach out and say, hey, I'm working on a video and I'm using your theory, not only will I say, okay, of course, use it, I'll even offer to provide some files. If I have some research, if I have some background knowledge, maybe I didn't put in my videos, I'll even record audio and maybe include an excerpt just for me, right? You can put in your video, all those things. I'll work with anybody, just reach out with me. But yeah, I'm glad you checking this. I'm glad you made it this far and actually care about what I have to say. If you didn't and you don't see this, well, it's not like you're gonna know the sentiment, but I appreciate it regardless. Even if you only watch 1 minute of my video, if you just gave it a chance, gave it a look, that's all I really want. And the second thing I want is for you to then let me know what you think. More than likes, more than subscriber count, views, or anything, is comments. That's what I really love and cherish the most, is when people reach out to me, comment or reach out to me on Discord. You could even email me. Usually you'll see my emails in my description. Whatever it is, reach out to me. Tell me what you think. Tell me your own ideas. Tell me what you think of my ideas. All that is so appreciated. So thank you everyone for watching. I do have a really, really great theory series coming out soon, which I talk about Joy Boy, who I think Joy Boy's family is, who I think Emu is, who I think the ancient weapons are. I have a lot of gold coming out very soon, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching.